India's packaging industry by the year 2030 would be about $130 billion, which will be the fastest in the world.
And there is very little competition for large volume. If somebody needs, let's say 5-10,000 boxes, there are 100 people who are ready, able to do it. If somebody comes and tells all of them that I need 2 lakh boxes per month, 98% of them will back out.
There was an order of bigger quantity of 5,000 boxes, which got completely rejected because of quality, since we were on the outsourced model.
Me and Akshay, we wanted to play big. We wanted to do something substantial in the industry.
We had set up a very beautiful infrastructure, and now we wanted to go very aggressive in terms of sales. That year ended with a dip in our revenue.
We realized, boss, this is not the time to start something. It is about learning before we start, and we had to learn that the hard way by spending a lot of money.
India's packaging industry by the year 2030 would be about $130 billion, which will be the fastest in the world.
Until now, people were buying chips worth 5 rupees. Now, today's date, they are buying it for 100 rupees, 150 rupees. So, 100 rupees, 60 rupees chips has become normal. So, that's how premium segment is growing. It is growing rapidly. In next 3-4 years, people will be buying more premium products than ever. So once the premium product consumption is increasing, people need to feel that premium.
The trend says 72% of consumers' decision of buying a product is decided based on packaging. And also, if a product has a good packaging, up to 30% the selling price can be increased.
We started 8 years back with a small 300 square feet office. We used to outsource then, and now we have a 30,000 square feet complete in-house facility. When we started, we had only this one semi-automatic machine, only this one and the conveyor. Rest, all of it is added currently. So machine does the wrapping part of this, which is semi-automatic. Some labor is required and rest the machine does. And then each and every box is cleaned properly. QC is done. After final QC, it is packed. This is what the final output looks like.
We were a design agency where we used to do packaging designing, but we never thought of getting into manufacturing because that was not our core. But our client wanted us to manufacture. And that was a point which hit us कि यार इस business में तो दम है and इसको बहुत बड़ा कर सकते हैं.
So when we first started, we would pitch our products and our customer would love it. What they would do is they always want a cheaper rate. So let's say if we have given a price of 40 rupees, they would go to another vendor and say he's giving at 35. And that's how we used to, and we used to always go into that fear that we might lose the order, and always try and match customers' price. A lot of times we have given cost to cost, fearing that someone else is able to do it, then we have some mistake that we are doing. That is why we are not able to match. We would always buy what customer is saying.
We didn't have any machineries in-house or nothing. So we found out vendors for different process, and we used to work on the outsource model.
Every time we do that, if it is one customer, it is possible. But if it is many customers, and pretty much everyone will be on the horse to get the product. So quality does affect. We have to go through a lot of rejections. So if we have planned for 100 boxes, let's say for example, and we are trying to match the timeline, quality is one part, and we end up wasting 30% of the boxes. So we may deliver only 70%, and the 30% rejection we have to take.
There was an order of bigger quantity of 5,000 boxes, which got completely rejected because of quality, since we were on the outsource model. So it came back to our office. We had to call the garbage person and pay him extra to clear that up.
Me and Akshay, we wanted to play big. We wanted to do something substantial in the industry. When me and Akshay, we went to visit one of the biggest packaging guy in India. We saw a lot of innovation. We saw a lot of process. We saw they were doing fine work, and we saw customer could trust them. That's when we realized we need to put our own setup to be able to give quality, be able to have everything under our control, and be able to deliver on time. Back then, if we had to deliver something of that sort, we were dependent on a lot of people. So we didn't want that. We wanted everything in our control so that we would be able to deliver the best. In our industry, a lot of people are missing this. They have absolutely no idea, like we did not have idea. And there is very little competition for large volumes. If somebody needs, say, let's say 5,000-10,000 boxes, there are 100 people who are ready, able to do it. If somebody comes and tells all of them that I need 2 lakh boxes per month, 98% of them will back out. There will be only 2 or 3 people who can actually handle that capacity.
Eventually, where we realized that China was way ahead than us. So we realized that what is there in China? Why not get those machines to give that level of quality if you're focusing on export level of packaging?
When we went there, if we are using 40 members to finish a process, they were using 5 by using technology and simple processes. In India, not many people are exposed to the small processes that they can use to increase their capacity and output. So when we visited China, we got the best of the best machines, and right now the EMI for that what we are paying is lesser than the labor cost that we were managing. So that insight helped us to move forward and bring in new technology into the factory.
There was a phase of Kreatica where we realized we had set up a very beautiful infrastructure, and now we wanted to go very aggressive in terms of sales. So because we had an old traditional mindset of how business is done, whatever we learned, picked from here and there. So we took one more step ahead, getting a CMO from a very big company to tell him to join on our board with a very higher package, ensuring that he does everything so that we can grow. But when this 1 year of journey went, we realized that year ended with a dip in our revenue.
So we need to work on the marketing part and leads part so that we get quality leads and then convert it. So we completely skipped that. We just hired people thinking they are going to bring in sales and we are going to grow. And that didn't work out. And we had to learn that the hard way by spending a lot of money.
There was a question mark here. It is time to learn something, because what we tried was what we have seen, the old traditional ways, and I figured out what was my mistake. Now either build a very strong marketing funnel or learn.
We were on the verge to closing an agency, and we both had a discussion and we realized, boss, this is not the time to start something. It is about learning before we start so that we make the right bet.
and I was looking for a very good coach or some mentor who could help us.
That's when Akshay realized that let's meet Rajiv Talreja's team and see what they have to offer.
We had our first coaching call, so we name it as a discovery call, where the coaches ask about, understand in depth about our business, and we answer.
We started to explore about our own business. A lot of our myths got broken.
There was a one point where our coach asked, "Why are you guys thinking so small?"
These small orders mainly come from the startups or people who are just starting off and want to try and experiment with packaging. So we put in a lot of effort in ideating, building the packaging, giving quotes, sitting with clients, and because it is new for our client, there's a passion that is involved for him. So he will come back with a lot of changes, and eventually we will run that 1,000-2,000 boxes and he will never come back because he's starting off. He doesn't know where he's heading or how much requirement he will have. So it was eating a lot of our time and money both, and we were not making enough for the efforts that we were putting. That's when we realized we have to work only on large orders and frequent orders.
So we realized we were in the category of premium packaging, and our focus was not for the right audience. Let's say we were focusing on sweet clients, sweet packaging, where the value of the product was not higher. So the shift we took was to work on a more higher end products like jewelry, electronics, high end fashion apparels.
Our life has become much simpler. We don't go by what client wants because we are into an innovative solution, right? People can go crazy, they can ask random things and a lot of things. But after realizing and learning, we have set our standards, our processes, that we are going to do this and not this. We are going to take so many orders, or this is our MOQ, and we are not going to go below that. Even in terms of pricing, we have set quality. Our pricing is set. It is no different. We don't have to reduce our pricing because client is asking so. We have to do our best. We need to give value to our customer. We need to give good pricing, but good in terms of our production, our capabilities, our quality. This product cannot be compared with anyone. It is versatile. It is very different. One big learning and result that we have got is we have learned to say no. We don't want to eat everything. We can get more orders. How will you execute it without having operation set? You cannot keep running around and fighting with your team and customers and with yourself every day in order to fulfill that order. Might as well take a break, set up the operations in such a way that any order that comes in goes out smoothly, and then do it. So once we have done that, it is easier for us. We are able to grow at much faster rate than we could. And by setting up marketing, we choose good clients where there is synergy. If I marry a wrong woman, then my life is going to be hell, right? So here every day I'm marrying a new woman. Right? I need to choose the right one. So I'm choosing the right one.
Earlier, the costing structure was more out of manual process and more out of emotion and fear. Setting up an ERP at a costing module also help us to plan more better. The process determines the price and the output is given.
Kreatica has a CRM, an ERP. We have SOPs intact, and for each actions we have predefined steps. Let's say I'll start with security guy. Security guy knows what he has to do throughout the day. He has a set SOP, whether when he has to open the gates, when he has to close the gates, when he has to whistle for tea, how he has to take the goods inward, what are the stamps that he's going to put. All of it is predefined. So let's say today, if my security guy quits, a new security guy, he just has to read manual to be able to understand what needs to be done. So from security to us, even we have our SOPs. What are the reports that we need to check? It makes our life easier. We don't have to sit and decide what to decide.
As an entrepreneur, the best advice what I can give would be is never hesitate in investing in your own learning, because when you learn, you can grow. Let's say you're starting some business and you have allocated some fund. Please add that additional fund as a part of your business investment for your learning. That will give you more 10x return than investing in tech, machinery or anything else.
When we took a big leap into setting up everything in-house, even then we had enough orders so that we are able to run the expense at least, forget the profit. We never believed in growing overnight. One of my close relative, he said, if you have to be able to bring home some money, you need to invest at least 5 years. If you need to be able to earn good profit, then you need 10 years. If you have to build brand, you need 20 years.